guys, how's it going? Mod here. Welcome back to another friendly match in FIFA 09. This is the Let's Try series. We are at Fratton Park for the South Coast derby that is Portsmouth versus Southampton. Of course, I live in Portsmouth, so I am, of course, going to be the mighty Pompey. And we are going to play in the rain against the scum from Southampton. No, I'm joking. We're going to play with the mighty Portsmouth, who back then, in 2009, were a Premier League team, of course. Look at this. Sol Campbell, Glenn Johnson. We got Papa Bouba Diop, Cranshaw, Stephen Davis up there, Peter Crouch, and even Jermaine Defoe was at Portsmouth back then. This is when Portsmouth were amazingly good until, unfortunately, they went into administration and lost all their money and things like that. And now they are currently a 4th Division team, League 2 in England, and they are currently owned by the supporters. They are run by the Pompey Community Trust, which is interesting. And they're actually doing well in League 2 at the moment. I'm hoping they get promoted this year. That'd be great. Unfortunately, last year we weren't that good, but this year we're doing quite well. So hopefully that happens. But for now, we've got a South Coast derby on our hands. We've got to beat Southampton. Crouch! Oh, rocketed in. Fantastic. And Pompey take the lead. Brilliant. Who's Southampton got? Oh, look, that's when Adam Lallana was playing for Southampton. My goodness. And Morgan Schneiderlin, look at that. Back when they were super young, and oh, it's brilliant. Oh no! Oh, blimey. And look at this, David James is in goal for Portsmouth. Calamity James, as I like to call him, because he was, strangely enough, he used to make a lot of mistakes and things like that, but he's actually got one of the best clean sheet records as a goalkeeper in the Premier League. I found that out the other day. Recently, though, Petr Cech at Arsenal actually surpassed his record, but I found it quite funny that David James was actually up there with that kind of sort of level of goalkeeper, because I would have Petr Cech over David James any day of the week. But the point being that it was just quite hysterical. Of course, Portsmouth. For those of you who regularly follow the channel, you will know that I live in Portsmouth, in England. I'm a university student there. And I've had a soft spot for Portsmouth for a while, to be honest. Even before I moved there, I quite liked Portsmouth. And I was a bit sort of sad to see them drop down the leagues like they did and things like that. Because I used to visit there when I was a kid as well. So I do remember Portsmouth quite fondly when I was a young boy. So I've always had a link to it, really. And yet now I find myself in the 2nd year of my university degree, studying in Portsmouth and actually living there. So hopefully we can get back to climbing the leagues again, get back to where we belong, really. Defoe! Oh, I thought that was going in. It's going to be a corner, though. Oh, I should have gone for that far corner. Cranshaw with the corner. Oh, Crouch was there, but... Oh, is that Stern John? Really? Oh my god, he's actually getting away. Keeper's coming out! Hey, did just enough there. Right, let's carry on passing the ball around and things like that. So I think that's a good idea. Lassana Diarra. Oh god, he went to Real Madrid after Portsmouth, I think. Oh, gee. Right. Cranshaw! Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Right. Oh, no, I pressed the wrong button. Am I really? Papa Bouba Diop. Formerly of Fulham. Jimmy Traore, who won the Champions League with Liverpool. Who remembers that? That was 10 years ago now. My God, more than 10 years ago. Gee, I remember that though. I still remember that game. Being a Liverpool fan, of course, I do remember those kind of games. But I also remember a couple of Portsmouth classic games. Pedro Mendes, when he used to play for Portsmouth, he scored some memorable goals. Matt Taylor as well used to be good. Nwankwo Kanu joined Portsmouth for a bit after Arsenal. Crouch! And it's gone in. It's 2-0. That's brilliant. We've got to devastate Southampton. Sorry if anybody's from Southampton and watching, but I am a Pompey Blue. Sure, a pop from here? Oh. Oh, that wasn't far away. After this, I'm probably going to consider playing with a couple of non-English teams. I played with Aston Villa and Celtic already. If you guys would like to check that one out, it is up on YouTube. So, just a part of a little let's try of FIFA 2009 because I've had it in... it's been in the cupboard for a while and I've not dug it out for ages, but being home for Christmas I've kind of had a dig through some of my old stuff and a couple of my old games popped up and this was one of them. So, okay, that's the first half. Right, so let's carry on with the second half then. I got a little surprise as well in the Portsmouth team because I loaded my my old save from this game, from one of my old PlayStation 2 memory cards. I actually loaded the old save, and there's actually someone in the team who shouldn't be there, but he is. So, I mean, all the teams are actually like proper, as in I've not transferred any of them, but there's a player in Portsmouth that shouldn't be there. Crouch! No, it wasn't Crouch, I don't think. Was it Crouch? It was Cranchar. And that's 3-0. But there is a player, as I was saying, there's a player that should not be in Portsmouth, but is. You will find out who that is in the 65th minute. When the clock gets to 65, I will make changes. Holy cow, that wasn't far away. Yunus Kabul, Sol Campbell. My God, it's hysterical, really. I like the older games because you go back and look at the players and you think, wow, they're no longer where they are, and it's amazing where some of them have come so far. Like Adam Lallana, from being a youngster at Southampton to now basically being in the Liverpool first team, is quite amazing. Jermaine Defoe since moved to the MLS and then come back and is now at Sunderland. So Peter Crouch, of course, still scoring for Stoke City, who in this game were still in the Championship. So I believe Southampton are also in the Championship in this game. So Bournemouth, who are now in the Premier League, in this game are in Coca-Cola League 2, which is Division 4 that Portsmouth are now in. So talk about a startling contrast of fortunes for two South Coast teams right there. Right, launch it straight to the Southampton player. Typical David James right there. Send it towards the middle of the park. Right, we're approaching that point now where we can make changes. So I'm going to take off Jermaine Defoe over here, and I'm going to put on Tom McDonald. That's right, I somehow managed to create myself, and actually, yeah, I ended up, there we go. I actually have created myself in the past. I must have done that years ago, because I don't actually remember that, so... But yeah, I created myself at some point, and I'm actually in the Portsmouth team, so I'm going to come on over here. Superstar that is Magda Tomato is going to come on. Right, I'd really like to just kick the ball out right now, just to get those changes done. There we go. Here we go, right. McDonald is on. I literally don't remember it though. There I am. There's me. I can't even remember if I'm any good or not. I also put on John Utaka and Herman Haridason as well. In place of Jimmy Traore and Peter Crouch. So I basically just swapped that entire front line right there. Oh no, don't go defensive. Ah, come on. Oh yes, block that off. Here I am. Here's me. Oh god, that dribbling was so bad, but it's okay. I got the pass away. Utaka's away. Oh, it's got in! Yay, I take the assist. And Utaka scores, it's 4-0. I'm starting to get a bit of a grip on this game now on FIFA 09. So let me know if you'd like to see a little bit more of this at all. I'm certainly going to play one more game at the very least. I'm going to play with a couple of non-British teams. Just to check out some foreign teams. I mean, personally, I really don't like using like the big teams all the time. You know, like a lot of people when they play friendlies, they just play Barcelona against Madrid all the time and stuff like that, or Chelsea against Arsenal, Liverpool against Man United, and things like that. I find that a bit boring after a while, and I like to play with different teams. Certainly, the South Coast Derby, I don't think is on YouTube very much, but I like to play different. You know, like not just Milan derbies or Barcelona Madrid all the time, or like Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. You know, the same kind of teams all the time. Sort of, I just find it a little bit boring after a while. Certainly at my university, in our students' union, we have a PlayStation, and anybody who plays on that PlayStation will always pick one of the really big teams and never go for like a small team or anything like that. I guess it's kind of to do with like the fact that in the smaller teams, the players get fatigued a little bit more and things like that, and they're not as skillful, they can't perform as many skill moves. I guess that there is a sense in it, really, and it's like, you want to play as the best team because it gives you an advantage. But, yeah, I get a bit bored of it after a while, and I sort of think, well, play as somebody else. I want to see a different game. It's like, ugh. Oh well, that's my opinion anyway, so... That's one of the reasons I picked Aston Villa and Celtic for the first game. It's like just two different teams that people don't tend to play as very often, or as often as others. But, and Aston Villa versus Celtic is never a fixture, so and even Portsmouth and Southampton's never a fixture anymore. I think 2010 was probably the last time they played against each other. Oh, come on, that was a terrible pass. But it's me! Yes! I scored! Yes! That actually looks like me as well. That is really strange. I don't know how the hell I pulled that off. I actually scored! That is epic. I'm so glad about that. I can't even pass the ball for the life of me though. There we go, a 5-0 win for Portsmouth.